It's the Josh Show. September 24th, 2021. I have to do an early episode, guys, because I'm going on a trip this weekend. So here's my Josh Show channel. Welcome to the Josh Show. It's a new review. Welcome to the Josh Show. Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'd like to say thank you for being here today. It is the season finale of the Josh Show. Next October 1st will be season 2. I've done this for an entire year now. I know there's not 152 episodes, but I kind of did a couple of really long episodes in the beginning, and then I did some other episodes in that. So this weekend I'm going on a trip with my cousin family. We're going to be celebrating a holiday called Maban. It's all about transitioning from the working day, the working life. We've done all of the growing and stuff that we're going to do for the year. It's time for our final harvest, and now we're going to be going into winter. And what we do in that ritual or in that moment is that we do a transitional kind of ritual. What we do is we take everything that we have within the elements and stuff like that. We open a gateway for them to pass through from into the living time into the dream time. So what that means is that now we're going into the part where we're going to start dreaming about what we're going to be doing into the future. We're letting the last bits of our lives go. We're letting that part, which of us we no longer need, to stay behind the veil and stay there while we move forward with our new purpose and new life. Maban is all about, finding that balance in your life between what you do in the living world, what you do in your dream world. So we take that and we take those apart and kind of put that into a magical space, kind of like going to church, only not in church. We do it outside instead of in a church. So that's a pretty exciting thing coming up here. I started out saying to myself, I'm stuck at home and I don't know what to do right now. I can't find a job, even though I'm trying to find one, work from home, even though I'm trying to do a bunch of different things, and I still haven't had any luck with that. But what I did realize was I don't have to sit here and do nothing. I can fill my time with something I feel would benefit not only me, but other people. So I kind of figured, hey, I'll start this silly show, right? Your friend J.A.W here. Forgot to change my name. Space Pirates? Space Pirates! Rename. Oh, I should remember to do that before every show, but I didn't. Okay, so let me start this off right. Okay, where did the evil plan and J.A.W come from? Right, because everyone needs a backstory, right? We all have to know how I became the evil villain, because if you don't understand my reason, you'll never be able to stop my evil plan. It started off when I was a very young boy, about 16. I had a dream, and I'm glad that I took it just as a dream and not as something I should go do. But at the time, it was kind of one of those dreams that kind of shook me up and went, maybe I need to stop being so nice. So I had a dream about me becoming a monster and shooting all of the people in my school who were being mean to me. In the dream, I only went after those people who really, really mean to me in my dream, but then it turned from being just one person into anyone who's in my path. It disturbed me to the point where I kind of had to look into myself and go, why am I having thoughts like this? Now, I wish a lot of other people out there who had similar thoughts in their head would take the moment to go, how is this really going to help my life before they go out and do something? Because I think it was a week later there was a Columbine shooting or something like that. And I can't remember what it was, but it's something big with school shootings in 1993, or back when I was young. I don't remember, 1993 anyway. So out of that dream came my persona, J.A.W. Now, J.A.W. is just a breakdown of my name. J.A.B. is my full name. Those are my first initials. Dyer, Jab, Die, So Joshua Adam Bleasy dies angry, basically, is what J.A.W. basically breaks down to. My Mountain Panther is trying to get into here and say hi. So, and then from there, I developed a persona of him. He's the person who can speak his mind. He's the person who can go out there and tell you what's going on in his life. And he can say or do anything he wants without repercussions because he doesn't care about the rules anymore. He doesn't care about the things going on anymore. All he cares about is getting his own gratification. All his mission is just to live his life, do whatever he wants, and no one is going to stop him from living his life. If he dies, he dies. He doesn't care anymore. He just wants to, destroy the world because he's mad and angry because of what happened to him when he was a young boy. Now, I dealt with, I won't say multiple personality. Well, multiple personality in a way. I kind of split myself into two halves as a young boy because I didn't want to be the evil guy. So I put the evil guy in a box in my head and said, nope, not going to do that. I'm not going to become a villain. I want to be a hero. So, over the years, learning how to come to terms with who I am and learning how to deal with all of my crap and emotional and my anxieties and stuff like that, it took me a long time to finally get to a point where I'm okay with basically who I am. And this is the result, guys. You get J.A.W. here talking to you about crazy stuff happening in his life and what's going on in the world. I have fun interviews. I have things going on. And it's just one of those moments where, we really think about, how that impacts my life, So J.A.W. was the personification of everything I thought I couldn't do as a human being because it was against the rules. And Unison, who was my good alter ego at the time, was the good guy who wanted to be the hero, or Thunderbolt, who was a superhero in a comic book, and I took that name, and that was kind of a name I was given to myself in high school. A lot of people called me Thunder in high school because I was so big, and I was loud when I moved about, so I kind of got the name Thunder Man. I was a weird kid. Hell, I'm still a weird man. I didn't care about what people thought or how I dress or anything like that. And secretly in my mind, I do. I really do care what you guys think. I really do care what the world is going to perceive of this one day. If someone comes across my little tapes here and they decide to watch it and go, oh man, that was like 50 years ago. And this guy was talking about this stuff back then. Wow, man. Everyone wants to be remembered in some way. I'm not going to have kids. I'm not going to be able to do that part of the equation in my life. So this is kind of me leaving a little bit of me behind for someone else to find in the future. It's exciting to see that this journey that I've been taking this year. So that's where J.A.W. came from. And now I turned that evil, crazy hellfire demon god that I came up with into this comedy satire podcast of the villain who wants to destroy the world by saving it, by blowing it up. It's the ultimate stupidest dumb idea you could ever come up with as a villain. I just picked the most craziest stupid idea I could think of. I said, well, you know what? Here's my evil plan, right? I am going to blow the whole world up. I'm going to tell the whole world to pray to their gods the day before I do it, ask for forgiveness, do whatever they have to do, and then I'm blowing up the earth, and then boom, I saved every soul on the human race. I'm the only one who murdered the human race. Everybody else gets to go to heaven because I murdered them. So You know, it's kind of one of those deals. Oh, got a noogie in my nose. So, you know, this year has taught me a couple different things. You know, I started out as an amateur podcaster. I'm still an amateur podcaster. I still got a long way to go before I move into the echelons of people actually watching and then seeing what happens. So I've been doing this for a while now and thinking to myself, do I want to continue the show? Do I want to keep going? Do I want to keep pressing forward with something to do? Well, until I find something better, guys, I think I'm just going to be here for a while. You're just going to have to put my evil plan. You know, this book here, right here, this is part of the gag, guys. But you know what? I'm going to show you. I have actually written in the book with plans detailing my evil plans. I've got sign-up sheets for you all to sign your name in my book. And I've got corrupted people who can sign my book. I've got the spells in here. I've got everything you need to create the whole J.A.W. Resurrection Hellfire Demon God thingy. And I'm not even done writing in it yet. Because, you know, as I continue on, I want to keep like a kind of a journal of sorts. Now, you want to see my real book of shadows? This is my real book of shadows. This is a book that most witches keep for themselves. It's a book detailing their magical journey. And this is the book I read in that gives me a lot of inspiration. I haven't written it in a while because, you know, my life has been living life and not so magical. But I write in it when I feel it's time to put something important in there for someone else to know. I think I'm going to do more spell work in there, you know, do more, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you know, kind of an empathic guide or a here's what's going on guide so that we can all kind of figure this life thing out together, right? And this year has been full of downward spirals and upward spirals. And then, you know, I'm coming up on a very important date coming here. October 18th is Magical Freedom Day, and I'm looking forward to celebrating that with my wife. That's a special day with me and Beth. We kind of reclaimed our magical lives and our magical space and all of our home and stuff. It's kind of like we need to rekindle that power again so it can help us out for another year. You know, get rid of all the negative we might have spewed in the house. Stuff like that. So, you know, this year has been, I've talked about everything from racial equality to suicide to a bunch of different topics, guys. I would love to get your guys' suggestions for topics you'd like to hear me talk about. I'd love to get you here on my show. Come be an interviewer, be an interviewee. I would love to hear about how you would save the world. I would love to hear about how you would bring us closer together, because maybe that'll help decide whether or not I enact my evil plan. Right? You know, whether I'm funny or not, or whether I'm just some guy who babbles all the day to you guys, I don't know. That's up for you to decide. So you got my cool t-shirt now. Unfortunately, the t-shirt and merch shop will be closed until I actually start making money with this thing. But I had to buy at least a t-shirt. Now I have a cool backdrop instead of just that thing that I made up there to show you guys my show. Now I actually have an actual nice icon you can see, and it's the J.A.W. symbol and all that stuff. So, you know, I don't know how to express how much this has helped me in a way, because ever since I was a young boy, I've talked to a mythical audience out there, because I've always thought, hey, I'm on the biggest reality TV show there is. I am the Truman Show. I am to somebody else's entertainment. Somebody in a different reality is watching my life going, ha, 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 you know, or, you know, or, why is he doing that again? Don't do that, don't do that. You know, kind of one of those deals. So the mythical audience that is out there, that would be you, So stop talking to invisible people and start talking to real people who probably aren't listening. Did I forget to mention I'm nuts? I'm not nuts. I have a skewed view of the world, and I'm sharing it with you. You know, so, as far as evil plans go, though, it's been kind of tough to find those people who want to sign up. I mean, geez, I've only got 25 followers, and I don't even know if they're watching. But, it's okay to kind of understand. I got an owie, so I had to put a wrap on my arm. How does one go out into the world and make a difference? That's what the show has really been about. How am I, J.A.W, making a difference? Well, I'm trying to bring you here so you can realize that the world isn't as hard as you all think it is. It really isn't. I mean, if we all just stopped to think about it, if we all just did a job to do the job and we didn't have to worry about paying bills or paying rent or utilities or any of this stuff, if we just let the money thing go and just live our lives. I mean, there's enough stuff for everyone to go around. There's enough places, stop building, all these factories where people can work, or build factories where you can work, but start building homes for homeless. Let's put them in a place where they can live and actually have a decent life. If they want to live the mole life, well, fine, great. We'll give them some at least supplies once a week so they can, have to worry about stealing or anything like that. You take the having to get shit out of the equation, guys, like food and home and electric and all those stuff. Great, pay for the extra stuff that that we want, like your Netflix or your big screen TV or your whatever, right? But not having to worry about whether or not you can pay your electric bill, your water bill, your trash bill, your home bill. I don't think those should be things we have to worry about on a daily basis. I just think we should be able to go live our lives like it was already Walking Dead territory, and we're just trying to do the best to survive. I gotta say that I finished the Lucifer series, and I have to say this. Thank you to all of the people who made Lucifer for 6 seasons. It was one of the best series I have seen in a long time. It really brought home what I'm trying to tell people here, that even though you have a ton of darkness in your life, you can turn that into your brightest light. Because if you know what you're going through and you're suffering, you know how to help somebody else who may be even worse than you. Because you have an idea, you have a coping mechanism, you have something going on where you can, just dive into helping them, and maybe they even help you back in return. Make a friend, make an acquaintance, make somebody out there. Go connect. If you need a mask, wear a mask. If you're not vaccinated, get a vaccine. If go live your life, yes. Go be free, yes. Go do what you want, yes. But try to take into consideration those people who are living around us who aren't quite ready for that kind of openness yet, And you're saying, you're talking about a socialist party taking over our country and just them running everything. What would be so bad about that? I mean, really. They already kind of do. I mean, nothing's changed in any of the presidents that I've ever had in my entire existence as an American. And I love America, trust me. I'm not saying we ditch the system. I'm just saying, in my lifespan, let alone, no president has made so many monumental leaps that we haven't really grown or changed all that much in the last couple of years. So, I'm saying to myself, yeah, we had some great milestones. We had our first black president. Awesome. Was he a good president? I think he was. Did we have a conniving, evil bastard of a president who wasn't what we wanted? Yes. We had Trump. I didn't like him. He was bad president. I thought he did everything he could possibly do to screw us up. That's my personal opinion. Joe, well, he's still kind of starting off here. But I like how he's going. He's kind of got the Barack Obama approach, and I'm just glad I have someone who at least looks like he's a president rather than someone doing all the tweeting and being angry about what everyone's saying kind of stuff. I can't believe that Donald Trump was actually president of the United States. That's just weird. But especially when I grew up and saw all the shit he did in the 80s and stuff like that, I really just like, I think we were just all in the, hey, it'll be funny to see he wins and how bad he does kind of a deal. And look what he did, okay? Insurrection, life, things, people going on, crazy people doing crazy things. You know, it's kind of one of those deals. So, you know, either of you, well, I don't know, guys. What do you think? How have I done? Hey, you know how you can tell me? You can subscribe to my YouTube channel or come to my Facebook page and drop me a note. Let me know that you're watching. Give me some great ideas. Give me some things to talk about. But, you know, I guess what I'm talking about today is the journey. And I think what people don't realize about life is that it's not about an end destination. Your end destination is death. That's the only thing we're all working toward. Death is the answer to life. We're all going to be recording ourselves and doing things to our lives, but it is a page-by-page day kind of story. Every day you open a new page and it's a brand new story on what happens today. You know, you can't change what was already written in the book, but you can change what's going to be written in the future. And I guess that's what I kind of want you guys to realize, that, yeah, your parents might have told you you need to be this or you need to be that with your life, and you never went and chased that dream you've always wanted to chase, or do the thing you've always wanted to do because of fear or because you're scared or because you just don't think you can do it. Well, at least if you try to do it, you're going to be able to, you know, understand what didn't work and why it wasn't the right fit for you. Because sometimes the thing we think we want to do the most, when we actually do it, is actually not what we really want to do. Sometimes you have to go do the thing you don't want to do in order to realize what the thing that you do want to do. I'll give you a prime example, okay? Me and my wife, about 4 or 5 years ago, we moved to Florida. We moved to Florida because we were in financial straits, and we were offered a free home by my mom and my dad, who bought us a trailer down in Florida. We didn't have anywhere else to go, so we said, okay, we're going to go to Florida. We drove down in one of the worst snowstorms in the world. I mean, the universe was crying to us to not go, and we just didn't want to listen. Oh, got smoke in my ears. Oh. You know, and we went down there, and I'm going to speak ill of Florida. You're not for me. Okay, baby people down there are great sometimes, but, you know, it just wasn't the state for me. It wasn't what I needed in my life. I was more depressed and more anxiety living in that state than I've ever been in any other place in my life. I guess I really don't know. Look, they're trying to stop my evil plan again. Did you see that? They were trying to stop my evil plan. Did you? Did you see that? So, all in all, guys, I've had a really great journey with you guys, and I can't wait to keep expressing myself and telling you all about what's going on here in Minnesota from Circle Pines, telling you how I view the world and how I look at things. And you know, I just want to say thank you to anybody who's come here and watched these shows and been a part of my shows. I really want to thank all of my guests who have been here this last year. I look forward to new exciting guests. Hey, check out Tuesday night, not quite after midnight. I'm going to be on their show. Details to follow as soon as I get the details. And, you know, I think that we're going to have a good journey next year here, and we'll keep continuing to try to save this world. We'll keep continuing to try to bring us closer together, and my evil plan will work. I will actually save the world, and I won't have a reason to destroy it anymore, because that's just it's better now. So, that's kind of what I'm trying to get you guys to realize, is that we can affect change, even if it's the little things in our own community. We'll build up to bigger things in the community. My poor niece is in a lot of pain today, and trying to let her have some comfortable time in the bed and do my show early this week so that you guys will understand, I hope, that I'm not going to be here this Friday. So when you're watching this, this is pre-recorded. And I thank you for coming here today and watching my show. I greatly appreciate it. Here's the last thought I want you guys to think about before I go. Okay, it's for my first season opener coming up next week. I want you to think about this question. What does it take to save the world? And how am I going to be a part of that change? Maybe it's just going to work every day, making sure your family's safe and happy, and you're doing the best you can by them. That's change. That's growth. That's doing your life. That's living how you want to live, And it's not important that we all have this, we all have a voice. We all have this thing we want to tell people about. And whether or not people listen or not, well, that's up to them. I don't expect anyone here who comes to my shows to say, he's got some really good ideas. I think we should do that. I hope you do, because what I'm really trying to get you guys to do is go out into your community, even help a little bit. Hey, even bringing those pack extra bag lunch to get to a homeless person on your way to work. You see a homeless person. If you don't, give it to a coworker who might not have lunch that day. It's a sandwich, a pop, and some chips maybe, but it's something you can do to help somebody else out. Hey, throw in a couple bucks in there. Maybe they can get something, something else. Yeah, maybe they'll use it for drugs. Yeah, maybe they'll do something else with it, And try to pick the people who really look the part, not these people who are just dressed in nice clothes, standing up on signs, just trying to get people to give them money. Try to pick people who you actually genuinely connect with and actually look like they've been out there a while. To the people who stand out on street corners earning money by asking for people to give them money and they make a decent wage on that. I'm glad that works for you. I hope that at least when you're using that money for whatever you're using it for, it's something better to encourage your life to do better. It's been a wild ride, guys. And I just want to say thank you for being here. Next week, you'll see an all-new icon. You're not going to have a new opener, but we'll see you next week for season 2 of the J.A.W. Show. I want to say thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stuff like that. All right, guys, here we go. This has been the J.A.W. Show, Friday edition, September 24th, 2021. Thank you for joining me this year on the J.A.W. Show, Facebook Live. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look me up. It's the J.A.W. Show, Season 1 finale. Woo-hoo! Let's stop my evil plan. See you next week. Ha 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 ha.